Survivors we are, survivors we are. Are you ready for the journey? Clarence Karim is the name, yes indeed. Survivors we are.
Hi, Clarence Karim here. Advice was great in the old days, wasn't it? It was a simpler time. But somehow we managed to complicate things. And now we're paying a price. We're paying a price for everything. You want to relax? Go on an expensive holiday, sun, sand, sea, beautiful views, 5-star hotel, full board, all the luxury you desire. I mean, you have to work 2 or 3 years without having a real holiday, and just so you can relax. So you stress yourself out, save up to buy that holiday, and you pray nothing will go wrong, because you can't ruin a holiday you've spent all your money on, just so that you can relax. It sounds stressful, but some people need it. Fair enough. Dudettes. There are a lot of great ways to relax. I mean, commonly growing up, it was one of those things where if you want to relax, you go to the park, kick a ball about, go to the closest beach, go for a bit of a swim, put your feet up, somewhere to let the time pass, feel relaxed. You know, kids stuff. You know, you find a rock and you kick it about, or you find a bit of a bone and suddenly you're the captain of a ship. Great ways to relax. I mean, you could kind of have a holiday every evening, but it takes a bit of mad organisational skills. Maybe let 1 or 2 things slide during the day. Make sure the kids are definitely in a routine of going to bed at 8 and 9. Switch off any TV, smartphone, social media distraction. Literally turn your mind off. I kid you not. If you want to relax, that's a really good way. But there's always an excuse. I mean, I've got a million of them. TV helps me unwind. When I got a bit of time to myself, I like to relax. Social media, internet. That's kind of the wrong relax. In my mind, if you want to chill out, do something that doesn't take up too much energy. I mean, perhaps a better word is distraction. Yeah, then watch TV, catch up with social media, but relax? Uh-oh. Another price to pay is join the gym, buff up, make yourself fit, more active. Join a cycling class. Social health exercises to keep you engaged so that you do a healthy daily activity. Yeah. I'm saying the majority of people do this or insist to do this way. But if it's your priority, you can probably do health exercises your own way. In a way, we kind of become lambs, and if the man tells us this is going to make things better, you go with it and do what the man says. And if the majority of people are suddenly doing it, you're not a team player, you don't fit in. I mean, it's not rocket science, really, is it? The more physical work you do, the stronger you become. And you'll find yourself being fitter for any kind of manual labour, even if it is bringing the shopping in, carrying in a heavy suitcase, moving furniture around. But if you leave those chores or normal routines, run-of-the-mill stuff, household stuff, if you leave them, yeah, soon enough, you'll have to join the gym and pay to become fit and strong. Surely that's common sense. But I suppose you can't charge for common sense. Maybe you can. Another nugget of wisdom we used to get as kids: if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Good advice. When you're confronted with something that can make you mad or angry, walk away. Pretty logical, pretty straightforward. If you're hot-tempered, cool down somewhere, address it when you're cooler. I didn't have to pay a therapist for that one. I'm not saying therapists are bad, they're pretty cool, they can help. But it's just one of those things that we picked up as kids. But today you have to pay for that kind of advice, or follow a influencer to show how they dealt with it, and then you can connect. Okay, nothing wrong with that. But it's stuff we kind of took for granted growing up. Milk is good, gives you strong bones, helps you grow. Yeah, there was a period, not sure how many generations, but from my perspective, let's just say, I certainly remember my grandparents being on the milk thing, my parents being on it, and us as kids advised to drink milk, strengthen bones, calcium is good for you. But as time's gone on, somehow we've been told cows' milk isn't good for us, or, you know, whatever the logic is behind it. Maybe it isn't. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. But I mean, milk itself kind of makes my stomach go upside down. But for some reason, anyway, off the point slightly, suddenly it's become one of those things, a lot of lactose intolerant people out there. And they're on things like calcium supplements. I mean, we're not getting enough sun, not enough vitamin D or calcium. We're taking supplements. I mean, someone's making money out of this somehow, somewhere, you know. And as human beings, you know, we're paying the price. Anyway, I leave you with one last little bit of advice we used to get. Keep off the grass. I mean, not necessarily a piece of advice, more of a warning, especially from those people that have really nice, well-maintained lawns. Keep off the grass. I often thought as a kid, perhaps it was a political statement that was slowly dripped into society somewhere in the 40s and 50s. You know, perhaps it was a slogan, cabinet ministers or whatever it was, where, you know, I mean, this is purely conspiracy stuff, but it's interesting. So actively the sign was up outside on your garden lawn saying keep off the grass, but it was also a subtle subconscious, from a subtle subconscious level, telling you to stop taking grass or get off the grass. I mean, drugs are bad in most shape or form, unless medically required for our own healing purposes. But then with the amount of drugs that we take, perhaps we are better off with grass. I mean, it's free to make. Maybe not on that score. Yeah, free for a person to make, not for a big conglomerate company, but who knows? They can't charge you for it. Anyway, be well, be smart. Corim out.
Survivors we are.